Welcome all Urban Rival fans to part 2 of You Are Talk 19, where we're now actually going to be discussing the other two releases that came out, which were kind of too a surprise to some people, because Sliffy disagrees with me here, but I thought that they had 12 card release, or no, like 4 releases, and then they had like a 2 release, but now that actually they've only got 4 and then 2, so I don't know. It's kind
I could be wrong. I
yeah.
don't remember. I'm retired. I have an excuse.
You should be able to reminisce in the days of you are Sliffy.
Oh, good times.
Good times, good times. Anyway, yeah. So whatever the case, unfortunately, we actually had to receive 2 other new cards. So obviously, you are trying to keep us waiting, I suppose, for Cortez or whatever. So hopefully Cortez will be amazing then. So firstly, we're going to be reviewing Marty. Marty for the Vortex is a 6/4 with the ability of defeat, recover 1, pills out of 3. And just very quickly, to everyone wondering about Marty and everything, that does mean he recovers all pills if he plays at whatever. And if he plays at 0, I believe he wins 2 pills and stuff like that. But you can look it up and everything. I think there's a person on the card comments. Let me just quickly check here. Who's done all the maths here. Mr. Unlucky. You can check that all out to see how many pills you win back. With Marty and everything. So, anyway, right. So, initial thoughts, firstly, Sliffy, on Marty.
I actually don't like Marty that much. His +2 pills from losing is really good. Don't get me wrong. I think it could be really useful. 4 damage is pretty nice, I guess. But there's really no incentive/reason for this card to win. I guess you could try bluffing with him because your opponent always assumes you're going to lose with him. But you would have to probably invest a good amount of pills to the point where it's not really worth it. His ability and his bonus benefit when you lose with him, which is so you can't really try to win with him. I feel either way. Yeah, there's really no point for your opponent to not really low pill against this card. So if you do win and invest pills in it, you will get nothing back. 6 power without any attack or power manipulation kind of won't really do anything. So it's a good card if you want the 2 pills, but I think it would have been better if he was a 6/2. I don't think he would have been overpowered, but that's just me.
Wait, 6/2 for 2-star.
Oh, sorry, 6/2 2-star.
Oh, okay then. All right. That definitely would have been quite nice, actually, to have that. But I think on the other hand, though, because when this card came out, everyone, Sliffy, can you believe this, Sliffy? Everyone's saying he's imbalanced.
Oh, really?
Imber. People have been saying Imber. However, I think, yeah, I mean, definitely, of course, he's not a great card in terms of base stats, but having said that, though, I mean, the fact that he is able to recover all his pills back is definitely a kind of huge plus point. I mean, there was a great comment by Nintendan, I think, who said that, like, if you use Marty with Sea Beast or whatever, and that's basically, like, you know, a huge problem for your opponent, because if you, like, win with Sea Beast, for example, and now you've got like 6 pills or whatever, you then you can play Marty all out, and then you actually be able to recover all your pills back, which is just a huge issue for any kind of person to go up against, which is why I feel that's how Marty can be a good card. But on the other hand, though, I think definitely he can't do any kind of huge hits in the opening or anything, so definitely not a great opening card. So
In my slight counter, I like Nintendo. I think he's a really good player, so I agree with him because whatever. But if you're trying to win after you got a Sea Beast hit, I'd rather have like a solid 8 power or 7 power with a good ability card over a 6/4 that if you beat him, you get your pills back. I feel like going for the win would be better than just stalling for the win. But that's just me personally.
yeah.
And this is a situation where you're assuming there's no DR or anything in the air.
Yeah, definitely. But I think it's still fairly valid, I suppose.
Oh yeah. It's a very valid point, and as I said, I don't think Marty is terrible in any way.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's very situational, and it's
I mean, it would definitely be kind of like once every like 100 games that this will happen, but it's still like a nice thing. You always have that sure shot thing, I suppose. Yeah, I mean, the other issue as well is, I mean, do you think he will work without his bonus or ability?
I I think if he lost his bonus, it would hurt a lot more. Obviously, because recover 2 over recover 1. I still think he can be played. I as I said before, I see him more as a loser to get your 2 pills back, but that's just me. And you'll at least get one regardless. So
So
always a plus.
do you think mono options are like with this card or not really?
Well, you can't really mono option over one card. You have to see if the clan can mono. Is
Yeah.
that the question you're asking me currently?
Yeah. Do you think they're able to, I suppose, do mono with him, or do you think the clans are?
Yeah, I sincerely think Vortex can mono. Actually, when Vortex came out, I only monoed with them because I felt hacking them was a little difficult. But yeah, I think they're a viable mono clan. I don't think it's going to be amazingly good, but I think it's very viable.
Yeah. I think the issue really with them doing mono is just the fact that the SOA, I think, is a huge problem for them. But they do have a fair few counters, I think. I mean,
I think SOP hurts a lot more than SOA personally for them.
SOB, oh really? Okay. Controversial stuff here, Sliffy. Woo. The trolls will be, all over you here.
All 4 of our fans.
All 4 of our fans, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Just to say, guys, we didn't actually get a whole lot of comments on the last UR talk, so that made me very sad. At the same
Feel free
time,
to comment some more. If you actually watch,
you guys need to comment a lot more. It makes us quite sad when, makes me sad when I don't see enough comments. But that's just me.
I'm always happy and glee.
You're always happy and gleeful that you're not doing UR reviews anymore, you know.
Oh, why do you keep mentioning this?
Because it's important, Sliffy.
Yeah.
Anyway, right, let's go to rating out of 10. So, rating out of 10, Sliffy, what would you give Marty?
I'm very on the fence with this one. I give him a 7.5, but it's very up and down. I don't like this card a lot. I can see why people do, though, and props for people who can use him well. I probably couldn't at all. I would only use him for the 2-pill, and that's just me, though. So, yeah, 7.5 out of 10. He probably might go a lot higher. He might go a lot lower. We'll see in time.
Okay. Right, I'm going to be a noob here.
Oh, here we go.
I don't know really, because when I tested him, I didn't think he was that amazing. At the same time, though, having that recovery of 2 pills is definitely good if you play him at 0 pills, for example. So that's a nice thing about him. He's a little bit like a 3-star version of Sea Beast. No, not Sea Beast, Sea Wing. Except it's plus 1 more pill than minus 2 life, whatever. Anyway, so I definitely think he's a nice card. The issue is, I mean, you can't really do any huge attacking damage that would be such a serious threat that your opponent will be crippled for the rest of the game. So, for that reason, I think I'm gonna be controversial here and go for a 6.5 out of 10 here. But as
Scrub doesn't know how to play.
Yeah, but as Slippy said though, only time will tell. Hopefully, in the future, maybe Mono Vortex becomes like a huge option. So actually then, as a result, this Marty becomes really popular and stuff like that. So we shall see. Right, so let us go into the last release, and that was Rhyno. Rhyno at 5 stars for the freaks is a 7/7 with the ability of -5 opponent's damage, minimum 3. So Sliffy, what's your first initial thoughts on Rhyno?
Best card ever.
Well said. Yeah, definitely agree with you there.
Yeah, okay.
Well, I don't know really. Actually, to be fair, he is a nice card, but at the same time, though, what I don't like is having damage reduction on my 5 stars, that's just me. That's just me, though. I mean, I don't really like cards like Nishil Rock or Peeler too much because of that reason that they have that kind of damage reduction on them. Having said that, though, do you think that having damage reduction is a good thing on a 5-star Freaks card?
Oh yeah, there's a better abilities in the world. I do agree, but at the same time, one, his damage reduction is really good. I don't think anyone can deny -5 op damage is ever bad. And at the same time, it's very hard to play against him because if he's attacking you, well, I don't know why you would attack with him actually. Let me reverse that. If he's in your bench party thingy and you're attacking with a very high damage card,
bench party.
Give me plate and do a lot of damage back at you. Or what was it?
Sorry, did you say bench party?
I actually have no idea why I said in that last 2 seconds.
Like Pokemon.
Oh, here we go.
Bench. Yeah, that's sorry. Keep going. I'm just laughing at that.
Okay, so anyway, if he's in your reserve basically, and your opponent plays a card with an attacker, he can block. If not, if he's played with pills. He can win and do 7 damage and poison at the same time. He's a very mind game card that it's hard to tell really.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you there. Of course, because I'm a noob. Yeah, I
Even
mean,
though that review was
oh, your
like
reviews are legit, Sliffy.
Derp, derp, derp.
Derpy, derpy, derp. Yeah. Definitely agree with you there. Let's give him my new
Do you
friend.
agree with me there? Because I don't even know what I said in that last sentence. Not gonna lie.
You said he was definitely a good dual threat card. I think you said.
That's all we got from that?
I think that's yeah. Anyway, moving on.
Oh, good idea.
Yeah. 7/7 is definitely a scary stat to go up against. As a result, he actually makes a very good 2-hit KO card. I suppose you could actually say. You can argue maybe like late game sweeper. Having said that, though, the issue is I definitely don't think he's a good option for the opening due to the fact that he just has such weak stats. I think.
My opinion.
Yeah,
It depends on the clan you're all. Sorry for interrupting.
Sorry, keep going. So it depends on the clan. Did you say?
Okay. So it depends on who you're fighting against. But basically, I feel Rhyno is either a late game, if you're going first, because I assume if you have a 5-star, you're going first. You either play him as the 3rd card or the 2nd or 4th. You don't play him as the 1st because your opponent will know how to counter it. By the 3rd card, the 1st and 2, you will know what's left, so that you either play Rhyno 3rd or 4th. So you know that if you need to block this card, you'll play Rhyno, or if you don't need to block this card, then Rhyno will do damage. At the same time, if you poison on round 1, Rhyno has a lot of mind game material because he can block damage, kill, or just bluff in general. And that's a lot of cards can't really say they have that ability as well.
Yeah, that's definitely a great thing about him, having all those kind of options available to him. So, I mean, the main question, though, Sliffy, on everyone's lips, Sliffy, because, no one's done a review on him.
This is like the 8th comment you've made about this, but continue on, good sir.
Anyway, as I was saying, do you think he's the best 5-star for the Freaks at the moment?
Best is the wrong term to say. He's in the top 2, I feel. He's tied for 1st, I feel. I think Baldovino, however you pronounce his name, is a good card. It really depends on your deck playstyle. If you're going for an aggressive deck, I would use Baldovino. He has 8 solid power. His pill manipulation is really good to support your other cards. And the poison obviously helps in general. And if you're trying to go to a KO really quickly, Baldovino is way better. If you're going for survivability, if you want to play till 3-4 rounds, I feel our Rhyno here is a much better card. But that's just me.
I just think about deck options actually with Rhyno. Where would you actually put this in your deck? And would you have it in a half deck kind of support, or?
I don't think you can mono freaks, but that's just me.
No, okay, I definitely agree with you there. But do you think what about his half deck options? Do you feel what would he work with? I suppose is what I'm trying to say.
Like what other freaks or what other deck clan?
Well, anything really. What would he work with?
Well, obviously, if you're using freaks, you're using Olga. Because if you're not, I'm very confused. After that, other free cards you can use with them. I would prefer if you use Bode again or whatever his name is. And actually, it's debatable because once you get the poison out, you don't really need the freaks anymore. You might want to go low star actually because low star might be better for the freaks, and depends on your other clan. If you go with Pussycats and try to go for the whole poison win, you have a lot of options there. If you go for actually Montana, they have a lot of damage reduction and they can do a lot of pill manipulation, like attack manipulation, can force pills out.
Yeah.
Junks is always a very solid clan. There's really no downside of Junks, and they have a lot of options because they have a lot of different utility cards.
Yeah, especially something like Neil as well would be pretty good with them.
And sorry, one last thing is if you want to use a SOB clan, they can really help counter other SOB clans if that makes any sense. Because a big problem with the freaks is that they have a lot of their main problem is SOB, and SOB counters SOB, kind of.
Okay. Right, so we have to actually end this part, actually, unfortunately. We only have 10 seconds left before this part finishes, so I'll see you guys. I'll see you guys in part 3. Thank you for watching part 2, and make sure you also watch part 1 as well if you haven't seen it already. So see you guys later. Let's move on to signing out.